In this video, I'm going to show you, just by using something around the house, like a bowl or something, how to do a drape mold, or what is also called a hump mold. So, as you can see, I've already rolled out my slab, and I used just an old fruit bag that I had laying around, and I used that to put in this kind of reptile-like looking texture. It's kind of cool. So I've rolled out my slab. It's kind of oblong, but that's okay. So I want this texture on the inside of my bowl. So here is my, this is my mold that I'm going to use. And we're just going to drape the clay over the mold. So the first thing I want to do is to put some plastic over it, just so the clay easily releases from the mold. Excuse me. All right, so then I'm going to take my clay, and I have my texture down here, so I want to drape it over my bowl, and I just want to kind of lightly press it onto the mold. And I do want it to kind of fan out, like notice how it's kind of curling like this, and I want it to do that all the way around. So I am going to take my needle tool after I press this, because I've got my bottom here. So I have my bottom, and kind of smooth that out. I can use my rib, smooth that out. Kind of get that bottom kind of shape, so it will have a flat, right? You want it to have a flat surface, so it'll be even when it sits, because when we take this off, we're actually going to flip it over. All right, so I am going to take my needle tool, and I'm just going to kind of draw around right now. I'm not going to cut it just yet. I just kind of draw around how I'd like it. Just want some nice curves. You can see that. Okay, so I'm going to use that line to go ahead and cut all the way through. I'm going to set that clay aside. Oops. Okay, now I've got that side. And I've got this little cut that I want to make right there. And there we go. Now again, I'm going to take my rib and just smooth that out. I'm just going to smooth out the whole thing, so I've got a nice smooth texture on the outside, which will contrast with the texture on the inside. All right, so I would like for it to fan out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some newspaper, okay, and I'm going to further help this. I'm just going to just wad up some newspaper like this, and I'm just going to take it and I'm going to stick these wads under. I think I'm going to start over here first, and just kind of stick them under so that it fans out a little more. And I can press that around it, so it's going to kind of come in. And tear a little smaller piece and put that under here. And so what that is going to do is that is going to further shape that in my bowl and give it a little more curve to it. See, and I can kind of press down around and make that I think I'm going to put one over here. A little more newspaper. If you have extra plastic bags, you could use those too. Put those underneath there. And I'm actually going to do this to all my little curved areas. So it's kind of like a flower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. I'm going to come in a little differently like this. And I'm just going to cut that off right there. And there we go. So now I have all of these areas up, except for that one little guy over there. So I'm going to put newspaper up under this one. Probably it's too much newspaper. A little less than that. So not only am I using the plastic bowl as a mold, but I'm also using the newspaper. So I watched a video the other day of a ceramic artist who used a football propped up on some other stuff and used that as his drape mold. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sponge and I'm going to wet my sponge, and I am just going to smooth out these areas. Again, I'm going to leave it on my mold just like the other one. I'm going to leave it on my mold until it becomes leather hard. At that point, if I wanted to carve into it in any way or do any kind of texture, I could do that just by carving and not pressing, and of course because it'll be leather hard. But I can go ahead and do that when it gets leather hard. I can trim off a little bit of these little petal looking forms that I'm cleaning up right now. So, oops, newspaper is trying to escape. So smooth that out. And so again, you want to leave it on your drape mold or your hump mold until it is leather hard. So in other words, you want it to be able to hold its shape, hold its form. And if I wanted to, I could put, and I may do that, I may go ahead and put some feet on this. And of course, if you're going to do that, if you want to put like if I wanted to put a coil on here to put like a little foot all the way around in the base, I could do that. Or if I wanted to do just little feet, like I could do tripod, or I could do 4 little feet, I could put those on there. But you want to go ahead and do that now before it gets leather hard. So I am going to possibly think about that. And then I am going to, if I decide to attach a foot or little tripod feet, then I will go ahead and do that. Of course, remember to score and slip anytime you're putting 2 pieces of clay together. The thing about my little feet is I want to make them, if I do want to make the feet, I do want to make them all at the same time, make sure that they're the same size so that my bowl will not be lopsided, right? We don't want it to be tilting to one side. So like I said, I may just leave it like this, or I may put like a little ring around it. I'm going to decide, and then I'm going to, like I said, put a piece of plastic over it and let it dry out to a leather hard stage. And then at that point, these will be able to hold themselves as is, without the newspaper, without the bowl underneath it, and I can flip it the other way. All right, so this is your demonstration for a hump mold, or what is also known as a drape mold. And you can use any kind of bowl or anything like that or you can make a form out of newspaper and tape and make a form and then drape your clay over. Remember, you just have to have something to drape your clay over, leave it until it's leather hard, and then flip it over. All right.